Hello friends, and welcome to Commodity Culture Market Recap, the show where we round up this week's stories that move the markets in the commodities space. And on today's show, Egypt expands its gold exploration business, the potential for copper prices to spike massively, and the UK government's desperate bid to extend the life of nuclear reactors in the country to prevent blackouts in the winter. Let's get started. The Ministry of Petroleum and Mineral Resources in Egypt recently awarded 8 exploration licenses to companies both foreign and domestic to explore for gold and related minerals in a bid to increase investment in an otherwise underdeveloped sector in the country. The companies who received the licenses were Ak Gold and Marine Logistics Gold Mining from the UK, Lotus Gold from Canada, and Egyptian company Ankh Resources. At least the source I found stated that Ankh Resources was Egyptian, as their website under construction lists them as an English company, so we'll have to get clarification on that. Egypt has a long history of gold use, stretching back to the ancient Egyptian Empire, where it was used to adorn the tombs of pharaohs and was worn as jewelry by the priest class and the nobility. It even played a role in one of the first precious metals currencies in Egypt, the shekel, which was made of electrum, comprised of 2/3 gold and 1/3 silver. At present, Egypt has only one gold mine in operation, the Sukari mine operated by Centamin. Sukari is a bulk tonnage open pit and underground mine that has been producing since 2009. And it has been contributing around $900 million per year to the Egyptian economy. The Egyptian Mineral Resources Authority has stated that the 4 companies involved won 8 blocks of property to explore in the eastern desert based on a competitive bid. The stated goal moving forward for the Egyptian government is to attract around $1 billion worth of investment into the gold sector. If you have an interest in gold, check out my latest interview this week with Rafi Farber, where we talk all about it. Link should be above me somewhere in this video. Copper. It's needed for so many things in our society, including electronic devices, industrial machinery, roofing, plumbing, and electric vehicles, which is one of the reasons why Goldman Sachs metal strategist Nicholas Snowdon sees the price of copper potentially exploding moving forward. Snowdon has stated that copper supplies have essentially run out, and there is huge demand on the horizon, driven by surging EV adoption and the build-out of other green technologies. The lack of supply comes from years of underinvestment in the sector, along with a lack of current mines that can produce copper. Add on to this the lack of expertise to build new copper mines, the incredible cost to actually bring a new copper mine online, and ESG mandates put forth by governments that make building mines very difficult, and you've got a perfect storm for a massive supply deficit. Snowdon stated, "By the middle of this decade, we're forecasting the largest ever deficit in the copper market. This market has such severe imbalances that they're not resolvable at current price levels." If you appreciate this video, please do consider liking and subscribing. It only takes a second and helps out a lot. And if you really love the content and want me to be able to keep producing it, consider giving me a super thanks. The UK. Roaring pubs, soccer hooligans, Jeffrey Epstein's friends, the royal family, and now, rolling blackouts, apparently. According to a recent article in The Times, roughly 6 million households could be facing blackouts come this winter because, wait for it, Putin's invasion of Ukraine. First of all, if the energy supply in the UK was fully dependent on reliance in one of their major providers and a country they've been openly hostile to in Russia, then the problem isn't with Russia, it's with the government that was underprepared. You don't want to have the bare minimum amount of energy supplies considering how frequently black swan events actually occur. Secondly, I'm pretty sure the wheels were already in motion for this catastrophe far before Russia's invasion of Ukraine, because politicians are mostly ignorant sociopaths who don't care about the citizenry and are concerned with nothing more than their own personal advancement. In addition, the UK was wrapped up in all of this utopian green energy nonsense and was prioritizing the build-out of wind and solar power, which is highly inefficient, by the way, at the expense of more real energy sources. They claimed they were saving the environment, and now they're begging coal-fired generators to stay online. in addition to asking nuclear power plants that were set to be decommissioned to extend their lifespans, which is a good thing. Sue Fearns, Senior Deputy General Secretary, stated, "The government must ask nuclear power plant operators to urgently explore safely extending the life of reactors due to be decommissioned in the coming months, including Hinkley Point B, which is otherwise due to come offline this summer." This is not about Russia. They will try to make anything negative about Russia, but it's not. And if you still believe anything that the political class and the media tells you in the year 2022, then you probably wouldn't be watching this program. So never mind. I'd say this British panic attack bodes very well for energy-producing commodities, such as uranium and yes, even coal, because it gives us a small glimpse into the greater picture of the fact that these rosy visions of utopian renewable energy powering the world are at this point nothing more than a pipe dream. Commodity Culture is a series on commodities and natural resources. If you would like to see more, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you're always up to date with the latest episodes.